Southern California, but the Mexican community is a lot like that still. You know, like
I know, a lot of that culture is extremely homophobic. Yeah.
Which surprisingly, most of them are homophobes. So
homophobic? Nah, you're just heterophobic. Hey. No,
dude,
but that's true.
If I would tell you the stories that these guys have told me, you would be like, you guys are gay, and you're calling other people gay. Yeah. And you guys are gay. Like, it's ridiculous. And they don't consider themselves gay. So, but that's a story for another day.
Dang. Off air. There you go.
Off air.
Press stop.
I want to hear this real quick.
Off the mic. Off the mic.
But yeah, if anything, the raping scene was uncomfortable. And also, like the fact that there's the slurs they were giving the gay couple was just disturbing. That was just like, oh my god, like what? Like, I can't believe people would say that, you know, or some people still say that, you know.
Yeah, when he ignited calling them like the F word.
Yeah,
and the girl that mentions like, yo, why are you hanging out with Casper? That guy's scummy, dude. Like, it already was a sign, like, you know,
they were obviously notorious for fucking with people.
Yeah,
douchebags about it.
That whole group, maybe, to even jump one guy like that.
Yeah,
like, geez.
What was your guys' favorite scene out of the whole movie?
I would have to say that the kid smoking in the couch.
Yeah,
I think that was the most authentic scene that in that movie. Because even then, like, I wanted to say when you guys were talking about it, like, when he's like, man, look at you. You got gold around your neck. You got Jesus Christ hanging there. And you're all smoking the blood. And he's like, I know him. He's like, do you believe that? And one of them was like, do you believe that shit? I was like, I believe in him. I believe in Jesus.
Yeah.
He's like, he's cool as hell.
He's like, where'd you get this, man? He talks to the kid on the far left. The only white kid there, dude. And then
my brother gave it to me. If I find out where he got it from, like, I'll get some more because it makes me feel good.
So I could get this, man. Don't worry. Like,
yeah, it kind of lets you know right there that those kids were almost in the same age group, so they kind of bonded more than the older kids, and you could see the age difference in the bracket, and it was almost like it was a second wave, like a second generation.
You can see like the next generation coming up after these guys are gone.
Yeah, I think he wanted to elaborate on that and let you know, like, hey, this is a never-ending cycle. Like, this shit is gonna be constant. Like, cockroaches, dude, they're just gonna multiply and just keep on doing that. And it kind of lets you know that, Telly fucks around with all these bitches with no condom, and you think if that fool were to, like, impregnate any kids, that kid is going to grow up to be just like Telly, probably, you know, until somebody breaks that cycle, you know. I feel like that's the
whole thing with, like, the parents, too. Like, there's no sense of parental guidance in any of these kids.
When you go and you see Telly's mom, it's just the mom. Yeah. And you can tell she's
preoccupied with the baby.
Yeah, she's disconnected, you know. He's like, hey, let me get some money. And she's like, I don't got any money. And then he goes straight to her room and fucking rips her off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. She even says, I feel like Telly's dad and Telly's mom were separated because she says, your father told me not to give you any money until you raise your grades or something.
Or to get a job.
Oh, to get a job, that's right. So maybe, like, they share custody of Telly or something. It's just, you know, there. But
he's like, if I had a job, I wouldn't need money.
That's right. Yeah, that was her point.
Like, come on, man.
But to me, he came off as a fucking predator, and it reminded me a lot of the older guys that a lot of the girls in my grade would date. And I would see, and I've seen it with like gangsters around the neighborhood that the schools that we're going to, like, hit on, like, younger women, and it just, for me, it always bothered me because it always made me feel like why why would you get with somebody that's like at this age? You're more mature than this person. Should be with somebody your own age, your own like at the level of your mentality. But
like the Matthew McConaughey character.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It was like a darker version of Matthew McConaughey's character, but like barely starting off when he knew like what he wanted to do with his selection, I guess you could say. But
like even that, like especially because like all this stuff like that's been going on, especially nowadays with like sexual assault and all that stuff, and like preying on the young and stuff. It just makes me sick, dude. Like that really just bothers me. The fact that there's still guys out there that are predators like that, you know?
Yeah, I think it's a lot. I think it's a lot of it is done and is not even acknowledged or reported, or even like a lot of it is probably tolerated too. But I feel like this movie brought it to the attention, because I mean, dude, if you really think about it. It was in 95, dude. Like 95 is such a long time ago, as opposed to what we're doing now.
25 years, right?
Yeah, if that movie were to come out now, dude, it would be like, what the, like, almost.
They made this?
Yeah, it would almost be like illegal, you know. Like,
even Larry Clark said in an interview that I saw once. He said like, you know, you can never make a movie like kids nowadays.
Yeah,
that's a time.
It would never get greenlit. It would never make it past that point of like taking your script to companies. It would never make it past that.
I feel like anytime anybody approaches any movie studio, they kind of use that movie as a cornerstone. Like, oh, we can't have another Kids, or like they compare it. You know, I feel like they compare it because I don't know. I felt like that movie pushed the envelope, and it was one of the first like adolescent movies to get an NC-17 rating. Right?
I saw a comment on YouTube saying that this movie should be told, like even in high school. It's like it should be. Dude. It should be out there for people to see, no matter how grimy. Like it might teach you something. It might make you want to do it. Like it just.
I could see that being shown in high school as like hey, watch this. Like, don't be stupid.
Maybe with your parents' approval to say, hey, this is like
real
give me your parents' signature to watch this movie. Like, I don't know. Like, you know,
only because it's gonna do one of two things. It's either gonna scare you, or it's gonna influence you to do some shit. So you know what I'm saying? Like, people are gonna get to say, yeah, I want to be Casper.
I'm gonna be Telly, dog.
Or I don't want to do that. Shit. That's what I took from it. You know, when I saw that shit.
Telly thought he might not live so long, dude. Like,
no, he might be dead by his 30s, dude, or less.
He's just fucking it away.
I wanted to say though too, I don't know how true this is, but I know some of it has merit. But the dude who played Casper later on in his career, he played fucking Roach from Next Friday.
Yes,
and he actually ended up killing himself, right? Or he hung himself.
Pierce, he hung himself in his in his hotel room,
Las Vegas.
Wow.
And nobody was with him. But I know I saw a statement from Larry Clark that said that he doesn't believe that he meant to do it for real, but that nobody was there to catch it.
Wow, that's deep.
I think even Hunter overdosed on was it heroin or cocaine?
Yeah, he had a heart attack because of an OD.
There's a few deep things about the cast members.
Damn, dude.
Sarah Anderson killed her daughters, dude.
One of Oneris was pointing out too that one of the characters,
the first girl that gets banged in the movie,
by Telly,
killed her daughter.
What?
Yeah, she grew up
in real life,
murdered her fucking children. That's
tiny facts.
Tiny facts. Yeah, dude, I felt like that movie, like maybe kind of cursed them, but I mean, I haven't seen anything from Telly in a while. The only people that really made it out were like Rosario Dawson and.
That's not true, sir.
Who else did?
Leo Fitzpatrick, who played Telly, he's in fucking Sons of Anarchy. He's in.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick.
Who was he in Sons of Anarchy?
He was in the first season for a little bit.
He plays Telly,
and he was in like 4 seasons of The Wire. So that's where he's been at.
Okay. And then he's done like movie or a TV series.
Yeah, and then he comes out in, of course, Bully as a character.
Yeah. Okay, so then that's true then. Okay.
And I guess he's like what's the name? An art curator. So he's busy doing in the art community
for Larry Clark, right?
Oh wow, okay.
But yeah, dude, like a lot of it's crazy. A lot of the cast is not well, certain characters are not alive anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I wish Justin was still around because I wanted to get his perspective as to why, like, was his character amplified to 10, or was it really like this in real life? Like was he just playing himself?
Casper?
Like, yeah.
I was about to say, I feel like a lot of that movie was just Larry Clark giving them a kind of a storyline to follow and saying, just go with it, kind of improvise. Because a lot of those guys, I felt like in that movie, were just kind of saying their lines like regular day-to-day kids talking to each other.
Yeah, they were just chopping it up basically when they were with their buddies, like at the skate park.
That's why this, because if you watch, they always saying this film is low budget, but when you watch like a shitty like a real low budget movie, like where you go to the supermarket and you find like a Blu-ray of some bullshit, like bottom of the bargain bin, and you pop it on, you can tell that that's bad acting, and this doesn't even feel. This like transcends film, you know what I mean? Like it's being shot on film, but you don't feel like you're watching something scripted, and that's what's unique.
Almost feels like, I was gonna say, it almost feels like documentary wise, like they just
like
put
you're
on
just
the
following these kids around.
Yeah,
I think I realized that it was more of a surreal like documentary movie. Is the first shot where you see Telly and Casper cross the street,
and he picks the kids.
Yeah, like when he crosses the street, and you see the cars kind of like still interacting, like if it's just them walking through New York, and he just stops. He's like, "What are we gonna do?" He's like, "I gotta take a piss, yo," and it's just like them chilling out, and fucking walking, and he's like, "Let's go to the fucking what's his name's pad." And by the way, that's my favorite scene.
Yeah, we didn't get to quite catch his name. The pad that they went.
Yeah, that Mexican dude's pad where he has
Mexican guy.
The whippets and shit, or he starts with the balloon. That's like my favorite scene, because right there, it shows them just like
how revved up they can be.
Yeah, it shows them kind of like in their element, where it's all of the dudes just chilling. Telly just got done, doing his thing, and him and Casper go meet up with the rest of the dudes. It kind of shows you like that's their gang, that's their unity, that's like their chill house,
Like Casper yelled at that kid that was like laying on the whole thing. And he's like, "Get the fuck out the way!"
Fuck up, bitch! Like you could just see them in their element, and it kind of showed you like this is probably what they do every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was like a day-to-day thing that they do all the time, and it was just like, oh, here's just one. I guess not even like a piece. Like here's one piece of the pie that we want you to have and stuff. Like we want you to have a taste of, so you could, you want to have some more.
I had a question for Diego. Did and Wes too? I think you said Larry Clark was 50 when he did this.
Yeah,
the filming,
or just about 50, like late 40s.
Yeah.
Is he a New Yorker? Is he from New York?
No, he's from Tulsa.
Okay, because I was just curious what inspired, or do we know what inspired him to make this film? Because obviously, it's a really unique film that, there's nothing that had been done before that, and it almost like it plays so many people and movies have copied or paid homage to this movie.
I think that he had ties to the skate community, and that's how he met Harmony Korine, and Korine's from